Hello again from the homestead. I thought I would show you around. Oh, pumpkin. I find that it's easier to understand what people are talking about when you kind of know what's around their homestead and see what they're doing, except for, I mean, we do it piecemeal all the time, but to actually see kind of the grand scheme of things puts it all kind of in perspective. I know that I'm watching videos from somebody up in Idaho, and you know, I'm down here in Texas, and we've been doing this about 5 years now, and we learn something every year. So anyway, here we go. This is my view from the front of my house. We live in a home that was built for my grandparents. They used to live in South Texas, and we live on family property, so this is not owned by us. We're just very, very blessed to be able to live here. And have I mentioned that we're very blessed to be able to live here, because I can't say that strongly enough. I know that there's a lot of people that would really love to have what we have. And to be real truthful, it's because my parents worked really hard to be able to have such things as this. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to live here. So anyway, this is the house, and I want to show you Mama Oak, or Grandma Oak. I refer to her as both. Just this magnificent post oak tree that we have here. I think it's my favorite tree on the property, to be real honest. She's been here since we first, well, she's been here forever for me. My family has had the property, my parents have had the property for probably 30 years, maybe more or so. I don't know, Mom could correct me. But anyway, she's been here, and she's just beautiful and inspirational to me. Anyway, so this is Lily that's tethered out. It's our neighbor's goat. If we don't tether her, she tends to like some of the weeds down in the close to the road, and she'll take them down there, and then mine tend to wander into the road. And there's her daughter. Some junk I have to clean up. That was a makeshift doghouse for a period of time that we no longer need. That is Bubba. Bubba James in there with his sheep. There's Mama. And then there's Mary back there. Mama has problems getting the winter fur off because she only has 3 legs, so she can't really rub as good as her daughter. And she gets totally offended when I try to help her out. Okay, about 3/4 of the time. 1/4 of the time I can actually get some loose stuff and peel it for her. Those are Barbados sheep. They are hair sheep and not wool sheep. Bubba, can you say hi? Bubba. Say hi, Bubba. Hi, Mary. This is some stuff that, the wood is stuff that I salvaged from a neighbor's burn pile before he burned it. I didn't get as much as I would have loved to have gotten. That's rough cut oak, actually. But, you know, I got enough to do some stuff around here. He gave me these 3 kennel panels, which have turned out to be really great, because not only do we put mamas with babies in there, the mama goats, when they have their babies, we isolate them in there so they can have bonding time. The babies tend to get disoriented if we have them with the herd. You know, you need time to connect externally. They've already connected internally. It's time that they connect internally. And then, as you can see right now, we're using it for the ducklings. That's because Opal, for some reason, thinks baby ducks are to eat, or any other kind of animal other than what she's used to being back there. But once the ducklings get to a certain growth, then she no longer bothers them. And then you can see that we have our babies. We let the mamas out to free range like I've said before, and then we keep the babies back here. I haven't scythed for grass yet today, but I will. The grass is still really tall around here. I invested in 150 pounds of annual ryegrass, and I really needed to reseed because I don't want to have to invest in that again. I only want to invest in things that are going to be able to give back. And the ryegrass I thought was going to help sustain us over the wintertime. Ended up it helps sustain us in the spring with the first growth. So I'm not complaining. Feed hay during the wintertime, and they have the ryegrass to fatten up with in the springtime. And then summer we have coastal hay mixed with some bahia. The property is leased out for hay production. Most people who make hay are not really happy with the bahia. I absolutely love the bahia because my goats, my sheep, they get fat on it. They love the bahia. So, works for me. There's all my Muscovy ducks, and I have a few Pekin ducks over there back right if you look. We've had over 30 ducks in our backyard, and we've reduced. We're down to 15. And now we have 18 ducklings currently. That is all we're going to allow to hatch. This year we're going to sell some, and we're going to finally harvest some and eat them. That little duckling right there is our Pekin that's kicked back. He was born malformed. And then Annabelle, the black-mouthed cur that we have, got cranky because he tried to get into her food, and she kind of got his eye, so he can't see out of that other eye, but that's my kickback buddy. And that's the shelter back there I call the manger. Again, it's made out of a salvaged material. And then over there by the other pecan tree back there, you'll see that there's a small, short shelter. That was for the ducks to kind of get away from the heat. And it was by a pond that I had hand dug out that I'm now having to fill back in. It was over a pipe that goes to the leach field from the grease trap. And it's gotten to where the pipe as it goes through was sucking in the water, and it was filling up my fill line, which is with water, which was not really good. It wasn't helping me. It wasn't where I wanted it to go. It was going out into the pasture. So I'm filling that up slowly. This is my chicken coop and chicken run. The chicken coop was made by my grandfather in the very early 80s. As you can see, we house our chickens with our guineas. I'm fixing to let them out, and they're going to go crazy. There's some future modifications to be done to this. I don't know if you can tell, I've got some mesh on the top of it, and that is to help keep flying predators out, such as hawks and owls and such. I have also made a little door for them to go in and out of there. I used to keep the big door open, but my dogs learned how to go in there and fend for themselves with the eggs. And it makes me cranky, so I fixed that. So the only one that can get in there right now is Handsome, and we're going to have to fix him on that. We have Australorps, we have Comets, we have some Buffs. That white Americana right there is Little Sweet Thing. And we have some Leghorns, and we have some mixes. And then we have Ginger, who's already been out to eat today, although she's telling me she hasn't been. We don't really care about having pure breeds, to be real honest with you. All we care about is egg production. We do eat our chickens after a certain period of time. The original chickens, we only ate one of our original chickens, and that was Maddie. We've lost quite a few because there were guineas and chickens, because a couple of years ago we had a fox. The fox was living in that stuff over there. And I did a lot of research on YouTube to snare it. I tried trapping it. Those little pesky things, they are just really smart. So I ended up having to snare it. It was successful. It took my snare. I don't care. It's dead. My chickens are safe. My fowl are safe right now. So that's all I care about. Cut the heathens out. And they're automatically going to the red shed because that's where I keep the feed, but they've already been fed. We also milk in there. When I have that a little bit more tidy, I'll actually do a video over milking. And then over here is going to be my future rabbit area. Right now I've got the rabbits in the barn and I'm not going to go in there, but I'm going to clean this area up right here where I just kind of got some stuff stacked. And I'm going to make an extension right here so the rabbits will be in an area where they can actually get a good cross breeze and shade. So that's my future area, and it's on the back side of the garden. This garden looks like crap right now. It is what it is. You know, if you have a homestead, then you understand what I'm talking about. There's always this never-ending to-do list, and for me, I just kind of move from one need to another need and just do the best that I can. I mean, sometimes that's just the best you can do, and so long as you're able to maintain what you've got, that's okay. The garden has been neglected since 2011. We've tried doing some stuff with it. It's been fruitless, so we're not putting that much effort into it this year. We're going to just do a little bit by little bit and see what we can get away with, see what we can produce, and other than that, we're just going to maintain this year. No serious growth, maintain what we've got. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, this is the homestead. Thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you again soon.